This tutorial is an introduction to Applied Science and Technology Source database. To find this database on the library's webpage, place your cursor over Find Resources on the left side of the screen. Then click on the Databases by Subject option. On the page that opens up, click on the Science, Math, and Aviation category. Then select Applied Science and Technology Source on the right. If you want to use any of our databases from off campus, you'll be asked for a username and password. Enter your Titan Live username and password, and then you can use the database. I'm going to select the database to get started. This is the basic search screen. You can limit search results to complete articles by checking the full text box in the Limit Your Results section. If your instructor requires you to use articles from research journals, check the Scholarly Journals limit. If you want to find magazine or newspaper articles, leave the box unchecked. There are several other ways in this section to limit your search results. We can begin a search in this box near the top of the screen by typing in search terms combined with AND. This is a default search setting based on Boolean algebra. The capitalized AND is one search operator you can use. By combining terms with AND, we're telling the database to look for sets of information that overlap. Here's an example. There are two other search operators you can use. Use NOT in a search to exclude a keyword, like this. Another search operator you can use is OR, between keywords, combined with other search operators. This is a way to broaden the search. Here's an example. In the next example, we will use two search techniques that are built into the database. I always put phrases or personal names in quotes so that those terms are found beside of each other. Truncation is another way to expand a search by combining a root word with an asterisk at the end. Here's how that looks in a search. The asterisk at the end of alloy means we will find alloy and alloys, the plural form of that word. The quotation marks mean we will find the phrase titanium alloy or titanium alloys in our search results, combined with fatigue. I have already checked full text and the scholarly limit for journals, so I'll click on search. And this is the results screen. We have 229 results. We have several ways to limit the search on the left side of the screen. The publication date limit is an easy way to limit results, and your instructor may tell you to use recent material for your class assignments. We will slide this bar across the screen to limit results to articles published in 2012 or later. The subject limit is another way to limit results. When you select any of the other limits on the left side of the screen, make sure that you click on Show More to see all of the options available under that limit. Scroll through this list and check out the categories to limit results. I will check off a couple of these. Then click on the yellow update button at the bottom. We now have 35 results. On the right side of the screen, beside of each result article, we have a preview tool that we can use. And we hover that with the cursor. We can read a small abstract inside of this box that summarizes the article. You can open up the article with the full text link inside of the preview tool, or use the full text link on the results screen. We're going to open up number 5 by clicking on the full text link. And here's the article in PDF format. On the right, we have this option to print the article out using this icon, and we have the option using this icon to email the article to ourselves. Since this is a PDF format article, we have an option in the PDF toolbar to download the article to a drive. The citation tool is the 4th icon down on the right. I'm going to click on that and open it up. Just make sure you scroll down until you find the proper citation format required in your class. And then you can copy this into your document, and you'll have the proper citation for that particular article in your document. I'm going to click on this X to close the citation tool. Another way to do this is to use print or email and include the citation along with the complete article. I'll show you how this works with the email option. Just make sure you click on the circle beside of citation format and use the drop down arrow to select the proper citation format. Then on the left side of the screen, insert your email address, give it a subject, and click on Send. We're going to close the email tool. And on the left, we're going to go to the result list. If you know you'll be gathering several articles instead of just one or two, you can use something called the folder option. Select the blue folder with a plus sign beside of the article that you're interested in, and this folder view box will become active. You can continue to make other selections, and when you finish making your selections, you can either click on folder view here on the right or click on folder at the top of the screen. Now on this screen, click on the box on the left, this small checkbox, and all the selected articles will be available to print, email, or download. You can include the citation when you do this, just like we did in our earlier examples. Now this will hold articles while you're sitting down doing one research session. If you want to use the folder tool and keep a set of articles over a period of days or weeks and add additional articles later, you'll have to create an account within the folder option. On the left side of the screen, you would click on this Sign into my EBSCOhost link, and then there's your link to create a new account. to go to New Search, and this time we're going to go take a look at the Advanced Search option. So we're going to click on this link under the Basic Search Field window. And Advanced Search gives you a couple of additional options to control your results before you click on the search button. First of all, you can define different search operators between keywords by using that drop-down arrow on the left. On the right, we can click on the plus sign to add additional search fields and then insert additional keywords, or we can use the minus sign to eliminate one of those search fields. And then for each keyword, we can use the drop-down arrow and define specifically where we want to look for that keyword within the record for an article. And these can all be different, just depends on what you want to choose. Down below we have the same options we had before to limit results, including the full text limit and the scholarly journal limit. And then once you click on search and get to the results screen, you'll have the same limits that were available during the basic search to limit and focus your search results even further. We're going to click on New Search to go back to the basic search screen. We hope this tutorial has been helpful. You can view some of our other tutorials on GTCC Library's YouTube channel. Please contact GTCC Library staff if you have questions about research or library services.